Hello, welcome to short video tutorial on Moodle Appearance in Moodle 2.5 website. In this tutorial, we are going to look into an administrator being able to view and modify theme setting, change theme settings, add menu items, view other appearances settings on Moodle. To do this, we move on to Site Administration column. On clicking on Site Administration, we move on to Appearance. Move on to Appearance. Under the Appearance, we have Themes. And under Themes, we have Theme Settings, Theme Selector, and all the theme names under the Theme Selector. Then we have Calendar, Blog, Navigation, etc., etc. To move into this one by one, let's first click on Theme Settings to see how we can modify the theme settings, though we are still coming to expatiate further on theme. Theme settings page being opened up. Here we have some option boxes that are not checked. Before you can check any of these option boxes, it is better to read the information that is written under each option boxes. Here, Theme Designer mode is not checked. The default is no. Then allow user theme. It made us to see that if you enable this, then users will be allowed to set their own themes, Allow customs. We can see that this one is being checked. That is, a user can be allowed to change his or her course themes. Then we can move on down to see all other options that we can change or modify. And come to custom menu items. Here inside the box, we have all the menu items being displayed here. Then we want to add any menu on our site page. We can add it here. Then having gone through having modified anything you want to modify or check any option boxes that we know that we want to check, then for the changes we made to reflect, then we have to click on Save Changes. Now we can move on to Theme Selector. Clicking on Theme Selector will take us to a page whereby we can change our theme. We can change our theme from the current one we have there to another one. We have all the names of the themes under the Theme Selector there. All we need is just to come to this button where we have Change Theme. On clicking on Change Theme, then it's going to give us all the themes we can change to, and this is going to give our site another appearance. You can see all the themes here, different themes that we can change to. Now we can move on to Calendar. On the calendar page, we can modify it. Here we have some things we can change from the default we have there, like start of week. If you don't want it to be Sunday, we can change it. You can click here, open, and we can change it to any of the day we want. If you want to change our weekend days, from Sunday and Saturday. If you want to change it to any other of the weekdays, then we can click on the option boxes that we have here and check any of the option box to change from what we have there to another one. Can change days to look ahead for our upcoming events. If you don't want it to be 21 days, we can change it to any days we want by just clicking on any of the days we prefer. Also, we can change how many maximum upcoming events are shown to users. We can change it from being 10, that is event to look ahead for, can change it from 10 to any other figure we prefer. Can move down to see some other things we can change on our calendar. Having modify all this, then we can click save changes to save all the changes we've made. Then under the appearance, can move on to blog. Can click on blog to modify how we want our blog to appear. Here we have enable blog associations. It is being checked. Default is yes. Blog visibility. Here we can change it. Maybe you don't want. Here we have all site users can see all blog entries. We can change it from default to anyone we prefer. Enable external blogs. The default is yes. External blogs current schedule. The default is 24 hours. If you want to change it from that 24 hours to any other time, we can as well go ahead to do that. Having done all this thing, then we can click save changes for all the modification we've made to reflect. Another thing we can do under the appearance is the navigation. Clicking on navigation, then we have navigation page being opened. Here we can change our default home page for users. The default is site, we can change it. You don't want to change the default one, you can change it. Allow guest access to my home, the default is yes. If you don't want to allow guests to our home page, then we can uncheck the option box. Here, if enabled, guests can access my home, otherwise guests are redirected to the site front page. So if you don't want guests to have access to our home page, then we can uncheck the option box. Show course full name. Here the default is no. The option box is not checked. Show course categories. You can see that the default is yes. That is, we can show our course category in the navigation bar and navigation blocks. On and on like the course limit. Here the default is 20. Sort my courses. We can sort it the order we want. Show all courses. The default is no, but if you want our page, as in that is the navigation tab, to show all our courses, then we can check the option box. We see all other modification we can do. Then when we are through with our modification, then we should click on save changes to save all the modification we have carried out. Then we can go to the HTML settings. Still under the appearance, HTML settings. Here it allows us to change the HTML settings. It gives us the opportunity to use HTML code on our Moodle site. So any changes we want to make there, we click save changes when we are through with any modification. Then we can move on to media embedding. Under the media embedding, we have available media plays that we can embed on our site. Here we have YouTube option box being checked. that is YouTube video sharing site, video and playlist link supported. That is, we can YouTube is being supported by Moodle site. Then we see that Vimeo is unchecked. Default is no for Vimeo. For MP3 audio, it is yes. The default is yes. The option box there is being checked. We have flash video being checked, flash animation be checked, and so on and so forth. Then we can click save changes if there's any modification we made. Then we can go to my default, my home page. If there's anything you want to change there, if there's anything you want to, that is, we can drag and drop. We can take a topic, a course from one place to another by clicking on it, drag and drop it where you want it to be, and it will reflect. Then we can go on to our courses. Yeah, on course page, course contact. Do we want the person to be manager, teacher, course creator, and so on? We can just click or check any of the option box that we have here. Then course per page, enter the number of courses to be displayed per page in a course listing. We want it to be, the default is 20, but if you want it to be more than that, we can change the number. Here, course with summary, courses with summary list. Yes, courses with summary limit. The maximum number of courses to display in a course listing, including summary, before falling back to a simpler listing. We want it to be, the default is 10, but if you want it to be more than that, is the thing we can change. Then display extended course names. If you want the full name for our course, if you don't want it to be in a shortened form, then we can check the option box, but the default is no, because we have short name for our courses. And having made any modification here, can click save changes to save the modification we have done. I think we all enjoyed the presentation. Thanks for listening.